You know those people who bitch that there is nothing original nowadays, but are part of the problem because they buy way too many ports, remakes, and remasters? That's me to a T. It's always a treat seeing your favorite games brought to newer hardware. You don't have to hook up your old pieces of shit anymore, you're free! I'll start with Pikmin 1 and 2 on Switch, even though it was a pretty bare-bones effort. Pikmin 1 had a bit more work done to it. The crushing glitch was made much rarer, the throwing speed was improved, you could switch the type of Pikmin in your hand like in the new Play Control version, you know, smaller stuff like that. The cursor also goes way farther than in the original, which is nice as some of those throws were very scary in the original. Pikmin 2 was touched even less on the gameplay side. The only thing that I can really think of them is just changing the treasures. On one hand, I miss the advertising of real-life brands, as that was part of the charm of Pikmin 2. At least the new substitutions are pretty fun. Other than that though, I really got nothing. Along with Pikmin 1, these games are rendered at 1080p docked, 720p handheld, and they only run at 30 FPS. Really, Nintendo? Nintendo's lucky that I love Pikmin so much, as I can agree that 30 bones for each of these, or 50 if you get them together, is a bit steep. Now we finally have all 4 Pikmin games on the Switch. Metroid Prime Remastered looks heavenly. It almost looks like a brand new release that came out this year. With Pikmin 1 and 2, they kinda just gave them minor visual enhancements. They really didn't touch the graphics at all. Here though, it looks gorgeous. I could gush about the graphics all day, but what other changes are there? I never actually played the original, so I had to take a quick look around. Pretty much nothing actually, it's all minor things to my understanding. Unlike Pikmin 1 and 2 though, I'm more so okay with this for 2 main reasons. The first one is, well, they went ham on the graphics. I wouldn't have guessed that this was a GameCube game without that prior knowledge. To my knowledge, it took a while to make and many teams were involved. And it shows. Number 2, there aren't as many notable flaws in Metroid Prime as there are in Pikmin. Just for example, they really could have fixed the Pikmin AI, especially in Pikmin 1. The Pikmin are dumb as shit. The fact that Metroid Prime runs at 60 FPS, that helps too. All in all, it's a high-quality remaster that I wish Nintendo would do more of. I adore Digimon World. It's one of my favorite games of all time. We're talking in the top 5 here. In 2017, we finally got Digimon World Next Order on the PS4, the only game to actually play like Digimon World that was released in the West. It was such a joy to play an updated Digimon World-style game in a brand new world, with a new roster of Digimon, with PS4, sorta, graphics. The reason it's on this list is because it was released on PC and Switch, I played it on PC and Steam Deck, which was valuable for a grind fest like this. The port itself, though, could be better to say the least. The highest resolution is 1080p, which is hilarious for a PC port in 2023. The key bindings are weird as hell. It's almost necessary to use a controller. Speaking of options, they are just so bare. For like the Switch version, that's fine and expected, but for a PC port, come on man. It also had a couple of crashes, just for good measure. Anyway, I wanted to 100% it like a try-hard, and it took me about 100 hours. Was it worth it? Probably not, to be honest. I still love Next Order, and it's nice I could play it on my PC, but I wish they would have done more. Also, please just throw Digimon World on Steam already. I'm annoyed that I have to sub the damn PS3 every time I want to play that damn game. Kirby's Return to Dreamland was very exciting when it was first released in 2011. Before Return to Dreamland, the last 2D Kirby game on a home console was 64, the Crystal Shards in 2000. Between then and now, we've had plenty of 2D Kirby games, like Planet Robobot, Triple Deluxe, and Star Allies. Not all of these were console games, true, but the 3DS titles are considered some of the best in the entire series. That's not to mention that Kirby and the Forgotten Land came out too. There's been plenty of Kirby in the past few years. Yeah, it's not the most exciting game anymore, but a remake still has the right to exist. Playing through it again was a treat, and they added a decent bit to it. Merry Magoland is a theme park that has various challenges and 11 mini-games. The Magalore Epilogue is an hour or 2 romp that has the player play as Magalore, 2 new copy abilities in Sand and Mecha, and a new cel-shaded look. My brother and I got really into Merry Magoland. We went ham and made sure to get all the achievements. Super Mario RPG is such a cool and weird game. A mix between Mario and Final Fantasy that was released in 1996 for the SNES. Sign me up! Nintendo decided to remake it for Switch in the year of 2023 for just reasons, I guess. Between this and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake next year, it looks like Mario RPG games will finally be good again. Hopefully Mario and Luigi will come back too. I miss that shit. So yeah, the game is good, but what actually changed? For one, the graphics are updated and they look great. It still keeps the original old school style, but looks beautiful. That includes the cutscenes too. They look gorgeous. Triple attacks are added, which has all 3 allies on the battlefield team up to unleash one giant attack. The game autosaves now, but still has the save blocks like the good old days. There's also a post-game with harder bosses now. It may not add a ton, but Super Mario RPG was a great game to begin with. Vampire Survivors shouldn't only be $5. Like, you're kidding me, right? This much content for $5 is just pretty much criminal. If you get all the DLC, that price point goes to roughly $12, and it is worth it. This came out last year, but the Switch port released in 2023, so it counts, damn it. Anyway, I already went over all this in a separate video, and in my best of 2023 video, so I'm just gonna move on. The too long didn't watch is this. Vampire Survivors is an amazing roguelike that has insane value for the dollar. I saved the best one for last, and yeah, it's kind of a sneak. Pokemon Crystal Legacy is what Gen 2 could have been. TheSmithPlays set out to make the definitive version of Gen 2 while keeping that classic feel. Newer features are not here. You know, stuff like Physical Special Split, newer moves, newer Pokemon, stuff like that. If you want that stuff, you can always play the great remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Because let's be real here, Gen 2 has issues despite it being my favorite generation. The leveling is weird, some Johto Pokemon are found in Kanto, the Pokemon variety could be better, and a lot of Pokemon had horrible movesets. TSP set out to fix all of this. He made the Pokemon availability better, movesets better, tweaked certain moves like changing cut to bug type to make them stand out more, smoothed the leveling curve, and made all 251 Pokemon available in a single save. Trade Pokemon now evolve either by hitting a certain level or using an item on them. He swapped Ghost to Special and Dark to Physical. Plenty of quality life changes were added too. A bigger storage bag, running shoes, a faster Nurse Joy message when healing. It's a lot of small stuff like this. It just makes the final product so much better. Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal are still some of my favorite games of all time, despite their flaws. I love how TSP didn't go too overboard either. It still feels like Gen 2 with only a few small liberties. It now feels just as good as it felt when I was a wee lad. I'm that type of person to bitch. Why can't video games be more creative and original? Then go out and buy every port that I can. There's comfort in being able to play Pikmin 1 and 2 on my Switch. There's comfort in being able to play Digimon World Next Order on my PC. Eventually, the PS4 store will go down, taking the PS4 version with it. When that happens, I can still play Next Order on my PC, and I like that. Basically, what I'm saying is, Nintendo, put your whole back catalog on Steam. I know it will never happen, but I can dream. Or emulate, whatever floats your boat, Nintendo.